Hey, what's up? John Sonmez here from SimpleProgrammer.com. So I thought I'd give you guys an update on my diet and what I'm trying here on the fitness side. I'm always experimenting with new things, of course, as you know. And this was news to me because I've studied a lot of this stuff. But he said that some of the artificial sweeteners, in fact, pretty much all the artificial sweeteners, including stevia, which was the one that I thought was good. I don't know if he didn't talk about monk fruit or some of the sugar, I think even the sugar alcohols. But he said that essentially, even though they don't raise blood glucose, right? In fact, fructose doesn't apparently. I didn't realize that, or it raises a very small amount. It causes an insulinogenic response. And I'll talk more about this when I do a video directly related to this, but I just want to give you an idea of what I'm trying out here. So essentially, he says that an insulinogenic response, insulin is what makes you fat. And so if you've been following me for a while, I've of course been doing my program, which I've had some pretty good success. You know, I've been able to get to a pretty low body fat, but I've kind of gotten a little bit stuck. And I was trying to figure out what is going on here. I mean, obviously I'm running 40 miles a week, you know, lifting, I'm eating once a day, right? And I'm eating pretty healthily, right? And not super huge meals. So what's going on? There might be something else happening here. And so what I sort of figured out from the book was I said, well, maybe what's going on is these artificial sweeteners. As I'm having in my coffee and putting some stevia in there, maybe if I'm having these Diet Cokes or like a Powerade Zero after my run and stuff like that, there's enough of this artificial sweetener, and taking like a Quest bar, you know, protein bar with some artificial sweetener in it, right? You end up picking up a lot of these. Maybe what's happening is that even though I'm fasting during the day, I'm having a level of insulin that is raised because of the sweeteners. So what I did for the last it's been over a week, like a week and a half, is I cut out all artificial sweeteners, all added sugar and all artificial sweeteners, just to try and drop insulin response as much as possible, because maybe I'm a little bit insulin resistant. And as I've been testing my blood sugar, I test it every morning and test it a couple times a day usually. What I've been finding was that my morning blood sugar, like fasted, was at some points around 120, which is pretty dang high for, you know, and there's some reasoning and some research and eating ketogenically and fasting and stuff that could explain away that, but it still seemed high, right? I want 70 to 80 to be where it's at. And so I've been trying some supplements, a few different things, but I figured that it may be possible that even though I'm healthy, like maybe previously when I was overweight, like you could check out my video on what my life was like 7 years ago to kind of get an idea. I should probably do one, if I can find all the fat videos or pictures of me, I should do something like that. But basically, I may have caused myself to become pre-diabetic and may not have actually reversed that, even though I've been doing the fasting, or I might have only partially reversed it simply because I'm still having that insulin response. So I'm not, you know, one way to reduce insulin resistance, at least theoretical, which seems to be practical in the obesity code that he was talking about, is to reduce the insulin, your circulating blood level of insulin. And so if you can continually reduce that over some time, right, your muscles become, and your body becomes more sensitive to insulin, which is obviously something that I'm trying to do with this workout program. If you've been following me, you know, I know I keep on saying I'm going to put together a program, but the idea behind it is, you know, fasting, eating one meal a day, doing depletion workouts that deplete the muscle glycogen, and basically eating ketogenically or high fat, very low carbohydrate on the run days, and then right after lifting, basically then taking in carbohydrates so that you're primed to be insulin sensitive. So that's kind of the whole goal behind the thing, but I may have been shooting myself in the foot by taking the artificial sweeteners. So long story short, I'm trying the experiment of cutting out the artificial sweeteners. So far, it's been only about, like I said, a week and a half. Phenomenal results so far. I have been dropping weight and body fat with eating more calories, honestly, like never before, like crazy. I went from, just to let you know, when I started this experiment, I weighed in about 218. This morning I weighed in 208. That's about a week and a half. Now some of that's water weight because I had carved up before, but it's still, we'll see what happens. You know, I'll keep you updated, but I thought I'd do a little video and talk to you about that. All right, if you like this video, if you haven't subscribed already, click that subscribe button, click the bell to make sure you don't miss any videos. I'll talk to you next time. Take care.